Harriet Chigai. I'm the advisor to the President on matters women. I'm the Women Rights Advisor to the President of Kenya.
Okay, and given that the event today is around technologies, what do you feel is the space of women in technology?
Well, first, I'm actually happy and I really take pride that I actually took time to come and spend my time here at the China Trade Week. I'm truly impressed with the organizers of this event, JX. I think they're doing a very good job. My key focus is actually on women and girls, especially women and girls in STEM. As you can see, the government has put a lot of programs in place that actually support women and girls. And our key focus is STEM. And the question then is, how do we accelerate the young people in STEM? As you can see, we have the TVETs institutions, but as we sit right now, we are yet to fill them up. So that already tells me something, that we need to have more awareness. We need to bridge the gap and ensure that the young kids are actually enticed to take STEM subjects, and especially girls. You know, when you look at the figures, when it comes to women in coding space, they are still very few, you know. We have very few women coders, and that is also another space that we need to accelerate. When you look at even issues to do with GBV, we can actually solve these issues within the techie space, you know. We have new issues that are emerging, like technology assisted GBV, TF-GBV, where you find there's a lot of cyber security and cyber governance gaps. So the question then is, what are we going to do about that, or what conversations can we have around that, so that we are able to bridge the gaps and we change policy for us to be able to even entice more people to be within the techie space. So there's so much that is coming up, and we can also learn and learn from others. We can also e-learn from others. And that is why for me, this Innovation Week is very important. The China Trade Innovation Week for me is very important. So C2W, this is the 10th one. I'm surprised it's the 10th one, and it's the first time I'm attending it. And you can clearly see there's a lot that is going on within the techie space, you know. So mine is to encourage girls, especially young girls and young people, to actually refocus their energies to where the world is going, you know. The global market is actually advancing, and we do not have enough foot soldiers within that global space. AI is here. So the question then we are asking everybody, what is the governance structure within the AI space? How are young people protected within the cybersecurity space? Women, you know. So I think this summit is very important, and I encourage all the young people out there, those who are universities, and even younger parents can actually start bringing young kids to such spaces for them to entice them to actually have the know-how, the knowledge, and even the interest. Because for you to cover a child, you have to showcase interest, you have to demonstrate, you have to retool them, you have to refocus their energies. So I'm happy to be here today because we've learned a lot, and there's so much that we are doing. And mine also is to ask everybody here to also learn what government is doing so that they can plug in, so that we are moving towards the same direction and not in different directions. Yeah.
And maybe just so you can give us a little insight on that, how or what is the government doing? How are we supposed to be directly knowing these things, or what are you doing to bridge the gap, the information gap between what the government is doing and what the citizenry know that the government is doing?
Good conversation there, and good question. As young people, I think it's within ourselves to have the interest. If you have the interest to go find such, you'll actually find that information. The problem is when we are too comfortable within our small spaces, and then we don't get out of our comfort zone to actually learn what government is doing. There's a lot through the Ministry of Cooperatives. And I was hoping that the PS Cooperatives was going to be here because they have key programs. They have the KJET program and they have the Nyota program, which actually focuses on the young people. You know, not only will they train the young people, that is knowledge base, they are going to kit them with tools, and they're also going to finance them, you know, for them to be able to advance their ideas, innovative ideas, and grow them into something, into business. MSME, I've gone around and I've seen we have a lot of women within the markets, you know, things to do with beadwork, things to do with the kiondo, you know. How are we creating markets, you know, for these women? Kenya National Chambers of Commerce and Industry, which is quasi-government actually. It's a private entity. And I wish that entity is actually made quasi-government. It should be statutory so that we are able to plug in at the heartbeat of the government agenda for us to be able to accelerate and create more markets for small businesses. You also align that the government is so keen, on the small businesses. So the question then is, how do we use technology to curate cottage industries, create markets, learning, how do they invest, where do they get the financing and all that. So there's so much that is going on. We just need to plug in, Government has also put in place the Hustler Fund. In as much as many people thought Hustler Fund is a joke, but Hustler Fund, the benefit of Hustler Fund is actually to make someone to be credit worth. When you're credit worth, you are able to use that as a security to even get bank loans in the near future. So people should learn what all these programs are for them to be able to benefit from the government structures that are put in place. The young people, we have the digital superhighway. Now, I've seen content creators are so many, but what content are we creating? Have you learned how to create good content that can actually make you earn a living from it? Or we are just creating content that cannot give us any milestone, you see? So these spaces for me are very important because you can only learn and e-learn from others. You can only have the interest. If you have the interest, you'll gain the knowledge. And if you have the knowledge, you'll push and catapult your business to the next level. So for me, this is key, and I urge all young people, this is the right place to be. If they are not in this exhibition, this is the right place to be. We've seen new innovations. We've seen new technology on agriculture and how you can save cost in agriculture. We've seen new technology on e-mobility, and government has been talking about those things. So if young people are not in these spaces, the question is, where are they? If a young person today is idle at home and they are not here, where are they? So for me, it's about curiosity. I urge our young people to be curious and channel their energy to the right direction, to grow themselves. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
You too.
Good morning. My name is Dr. James Maura, the chairman of the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, Nairobi chapter.
Okay, and what are your sentiments about the 10th edition of the CTW?
We have been in cooperation with the CTW for the last 10 years in many fronts. We bring our business people from Nairobi and around, maybe Kiambu and everywhere else, to showcase them what they can do with the CTW, both in IT, infrastructure. We have 5 fronts basically with the Chinese. Yes.
Okay, and what would be your parting shot to someone who has not yet made it here or has not had the time to be here?
Oh, you're missing a lot. You need to come over here. And once you come here, they are showcasing a lot of things. Their IT skills is in another level. They are also on manufacturing. They are also on buildings. They have tiles and they have everything. So when you come here, you're going to see what products they have. Their prices are very friendly. That's the best thing about them. And they also have financials on board. So basically, you get everything in one house. And it's a good opportunity for us Kenyans to be here today.
Okay, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, asante sana.
My name is James Mreu. I'm the chairman of the Micro and Small Enterprises Authority, which is the organization that looks after the small and medium enterprises in the Republic.
Okay, thank you very much, first of all, for attending. So what are your sentiments about the exhibition going on today?
I think looking at the 10 years that CTW has been hosted in this country, I think first of all it's a mark of great faith in this country, and really for me it's to thank them for continuously showcasing the products they have in China and sharing technology and having peer-to-peer learning with their counterparts here, so that we can grow trade between the two countries. At the moment it's skewed in favor of China, but with this kind of collaboration I am sure we'll be able to bring out and bridge that gap and try and narrow it, as well as improve on the products that we're able to manufacture out of this country.
Okay, thank you very much. And what parting shot would you have for anyone who has not had the time to attend the event?
You are in the wrong place right now. If you're not at KICC server room, come here and learn what is going on. There's a lot that is going on. I think the technology has come to us, and if we are to walk the talk, we cannot continue talking about technology that is not actualized. This is actualized technology. There are fully electric cars. There are many other things that we are seeing here. And if you are not here, then you're in the wrong place. Come to KICC Server Room and experience the CTW week.
Thank you very much for your time.
Asante sana. Thank you.
Hello, who am I here with today?
My name is Richard Muteti. I'm the Chief Executive of the Confederation of Micro and Small Enterprises, organization of the East Africa, in charge of the 8 countries.
Okay, thank you very much for that. What do you think of the 10th edition of the CTW?
Well, as you heard my speech, this is a very great exposure. You know, most of the entrepreneurs in this country, and indeed in the East Africa region, they are micro and small enterprises and entrepreneurs. So this is a very great opportunity for us to learn technology transfer, digital, new technologies and things like that. So this is a great opportunity, not only for Kenya, but for the region.
Okay.
Yes.
And what would you have to say for anyone who has not yet attended the event or is not to attend it?
Oh, I'd like to tell them, and I told them in the morning, that this is the place to be, because the next level is to be in the know-how and then the knowledge of what is new and what is happening and what is trending. And what is trending in terms of technologies, what is trending in terms of modern services. I've just seen a terrific, fantastic electric vehicle here. It is very affordable, and that is where we are going. So the China Week, Trade Week has brought all the technologies that can be available from many companies from China, and this is the place to be.
Okay, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, thank you.